Hello everyone, this is Yore doing Scylla 55 as Meteor. I did try to do 60 today as I wanted to bring a 60 video instead of 55, but unfortunately the boss still had about 30k health, so need a little bit more work on that before we're able to actually get that done and be able to show you how the Meteor team works, as most people and most videos that I've seen have been running Glory instead. I am still using Elwin, bringing his own buff, but I mean, Cherie can kind of use two buffs anyway, as she's Meteor and Glory. Since she burns so many through Wild Princess, I do use her for the ads. It'll be pretty easy in comparison, but it's still a long fight, so I'm just going to rush right into it. Hopefully, either next Tuesday or the next Scylla that comes up on Saturday, I may have enough once I power up the Angels and Zerida a little bit more to be able to actually bring the 60. But for now, we're just going to have to do 55. I wanted to get some videos out, just getting started here. $55 is not really that hard of a battle once you get used to it, and I mean, a lot of people want to see the mechanics anyway, so we'll try this as we go here. Pretty much all of the units here are 4 or less stars, except for Elwin, who's actually 5 stars. And he's pretty much the star of the show out of almost any of these Eternal Temples, so definitely look into getting him on the upcoming banner. He'll be here on the 30th, I think. It might be the one after that, but he's coming up soon with Ledin. Don't really need Angelina's abilities for this one, because the guarding creature is not that strong in this particular level, but for 60 you pretty much need her, or you need to use your Elwin to strip the guard off of him, so it'll be quite important as time goes on. I'm also going to be doing the Timeless Trials, try to have that video out today, at least the S trial, and then I'll do the SS one probably tomorrow. One of the key parts of the fight is basically making sure you have very few debuffs, so you can't use too many different things. I still take defense break on Elwin, as DPS is pretty much the key part of the battle that's holding me back from getting it done. I don't really have much control over what gets spawned or how, but that's why I'm using the Hellfire Archers for Zerida over her usual Mist Dancers. Even though their crit's really high, they apply random debuffs, which don't help your cause any, by just making the boss stronger most of the time. But the defense buff, I mean, it makes the boss have higher attack, but that's a trade-off you have to be willing to make for the extra damage. You don't have a lot of healer choices as well. I don't have Liana, so you don't really want to bring Elmeta again for the debuffs, even though she's Glory, and there is no Meteor healer that I know of, so a lot of the healing just comes from step healing. Generally, the concept here is just to have Angelina ram them out of the way. You can always tell when you're wondering if the boss is going to actually cast his debuff, basically by looking down here, and if he has the little chain symbol for a lock skill, you know it's not the time, but once that's gone, everybody needs to GTFO. You can also know just because your faction buff will be up at the same time as it's time to get out. Most of the time, the biggest issue I have in 60 also for this is just coming back out and making sure Tiaris doesn't get blown up. Usually build a shield around her of people so that the raging explosion can't get to her. Everyone else can survive because they have the buff, but she can die pretty easy. You can protect her a little bit with Miracle, so if Miracle's up, she can survive it, or you can just keep working up their HP. I'm always trying to keep Angelina in the center of the team so that she can apply her attack command aura, giving everybody 10% extra attack, and that's pretty much all there is to the fight. Like I said, 55 is at the point where it's really easy for me, but 60, just need 30k more DPS, so a couple more attempts and I'll be able to have a video of it pretty soon. I think if you could switch Zerida, if you have the runes, you could always add her to Dark Elf Archers. I think they would give more overall DPS. Although it is hard to keep her at full health because she is a pretty heavy target for the tentacles. Said Shuri just takes out one of the tentacles and then is able to keep focusing on the boss for damage. And I use Zerida for the mop up. And that's pretty much it. If you have any questions or want to see the team or anything like that, feel free to let me know. Thanks for watching.